Hey there, thank you so much for purchasing my course. Here is a video where I will be explaining each rune to you and its uses and things like that. So, the first rune here is called Fehu. This rune means ultimately it means money and abundance. So, when you draw this rune and you do pull it right side up, it means that money and abundance are coming your way, or more so positive things as far as finances, sources of income, things like that are looking good. Now, when you pull it upside down, it's meaning that finances aren't looking so good, or it could also mean that you're being greedy and not being generous with your money or not um, giving back to your community. So the next rune here we have is Urus. This rune here means vitality and it means strength. Vitality and strength. So when you pull this card, it's meaning that the person's literally feeling strong and high energy, right? Up and moving. Now, when you pull it upside down, the person may be feeling defeated, or the person may be feeling, low energy, or even not feeling good or physically sick. Therasas. So this rune here means strength and focus. It's meant here to look like Thor's hammer. It's encrypted there. But when you draw this rune, it almost always mean when you do it straight up like this, it's always some of the person's coming from a place of strength. It's a rune meaning protection. This person's protected. It also may, if you pull this rune, it may mean that you need to focus on things. Pulling it upside down means that you may be walking around defeated or walking around not with or not having confidence. This rune can also mean confidence. Ansus, this rune means communication. Oh, this means communication and wisdom. This is actually Odin's favorite rune. So when you pull this right side up, it means you're going down a path where you're gaining better understanding, becoming more patient. You're um, working on the way you speak with people, maybe how you're saying things. And then if you pull it upside down, it could mean that you're self isolating, or you're having a hard time effectively communicating with other people, or it could mean that you're dealing with the same mistake or the same thing you were dealing with over and over again. Here, Rado, this rune means travel and journey. So when you pull this rune, it can mean that you have either an actual physical trip that you're going on. It could be a long trip, a long journey, like a long trip or a short trip, or it could mean that you're going on a spiritual journey or an emotional journey or a journey of self-reflection. It being upside down could mean that you're feeling that things are stagnant, whether that's you've been kind of in the house cooped up too long, or it could also mean that you're not, or you're feeling like, or you're like not pouring into yourself and you're feeling stagnant with yourself. Kanas. So this rune here means passion and flame. And it could also mean torch, because if you look at it this way, it was like with the torch, you could put the flame here, like the fire there, and it keeps it running, keeps it going. Yeah, like that. So this rune is all about passion. It's all about emotions. It's all about what gets you up in the morning, gets you going, and what you look forward to doing every day. When it's pull it upside down, it could mean that you're neglecting the creative outlets that you may have in your life to help kind of keep you zen, And pulling it right side up, it's could be that you're pursuing something creative or something that you're very passionate about. Gebo, this rune here means gift. It means balancing between giving and taking, and it also means relationship. And it has the same meaning right side up as it does upside down. And one way that I remember, like how most of them like have this feature, is because how could you tell if you drew it upside down and right side up. It's essentially an X. So Wunho, this rune here means happiness and joy and bliss. So when you pull this rune, it means that the person who drew this card is happy. And if it's drawn like this, there's something in their life that's making them upset. And it can also mean that the person's not putting in the work or putting in the effort to make themselves happy. So there, it could also mean when you're pulling it upside down like this, it could mean that you're not applying yourself to give yourself a happy life. Hagoles. So this room means change and procrastination. It means the same thing right side up as it does upside down. It can, so this room represents a hailstorm. So think of what happens when it hails outside, right? You know, it's giant blocks of ice falling to the ground. It smashes things, causes damage, and then the hail melts and turns into water and flows away. So what this could mean is that what you're dealing with is starting off really hectic, really difficult, like you're like, and you may not see your way out of it, but your situation is going to get better soon. It also could mean that you're you you're waiting to do things at the last minute because you find that you often thrive or do well under pressure, and so you're seeking trying to achieve something while under pressure, causing you to procrastinate. It can mean a variation of things like that. Naftis, this rune means need, requirements, patience, and life lesson. How I remember this rune is that we have an unmovable object meeting an unstoppable force, making things pause. And that's why I remember it meaning patience. So it has the same meaning right side up as it does upside down. And typically, when you pull this rune, it means that you need to be patient and wait. So this rune here means ice or waiting or delay. So if you pull this rune, it means the same thing right side up as it does upside down. It could mean that you need to wait and concentrate on more things that matter, or it can also mean that there's someone or something in your life making things stagnant. Yara, this rune also means the same thing upside down as it does right side up, and it means sequence of movement and also harvest. So when you pull this rune, it can mean that you're doing something repeatedly in your life that's causing you good, or you're repeatedly doing something in your life that's causing you harm. Iwas, this rune also has the same meaning upside down as it does right side up. This rune means the yew tree or the tree of life. And this rune represents shedding old habits and gaining new ones, and also meaning rebirth. And how I remember that is it means a tree. And what does a tree do? It sheds old leaves and gets new ones. Kind of like the habits we have in life, you know? So this rune here means, Perthro, Perthu. This rune here means fate. It means luck, and it also means discovery. When you draw this rune, it's often it's often the nature of, you know, sometimes you're just lucky. It really embodies that. And throughout your fate, when you draw this rune, it's sometimes things are unpredictable. And that's what makes this rune very interesting, because it could mean good things in your life or it could mean bad things in your life. When you pull the rune upside down, it could mean that you have a secret that you need to you need to tell others, or that you don't need to hold a secret anymore because it's a secret that is holding you back. But also pulling it right side up, it can mean that this secret about you should be kept to yourself. Algiz, this rune here means protection and care. And so this rune is often used Back in the day when they would have a sword, they would put this rune on for protection in battle. So when you draw the rune upside down, it could mean that you're vulnerable or someone around you is making you vulnerable. This means sun and success, and it means the same thing right side up as it does upside down. When you draw this rune, it's meaning that you're going to be successful, or as in the sun being a providing energy, that you're going to provide maybe a group of people in a way of success. This rune here, T-Wise. Oh, sorry. I didn't mention this the rune's name. It's Swahulu. This one is Tiwaz. And this rune here means victory, success, and it also means the legal system and fairness. So when you draw this rune right side up, it often means victory, whether that's winning a situation, winning an argument, winning a court case, things like that. And pulling it upside down means defeat. Burkana, this rune means the divine feminine energy. It also means rebirth, and it also means nurturing energy. This rune is ultimately associated with all things having to do with feminine energy. Whenever this is pulled upside down, it's meaning that there's an imbalance in the feminine energy and that it's being overwhelmed by too much masculine energy. Iwas means loyalty and willpower. When you pull this rune, it's meaning that you're determined, you're ready to get down to business, get it done, figure things out, and your willpower's up, you're ready to go. Nothing can stop you. Pulling it upside down can mean that you're feeling sluggish and feeling like, getting in the mindset of what's the point or why? Why am I doing this? And it can also mean that someone is being disloyal to you. Right side up means someone is loyal to you. Manas means identity and self. Pulling this rune is meaning that you're moving along with how you should and being your best self and being your most authentic you. Pulling you upside down is meaning that someone or something is making you out of character and not being you. Laguz, this rune means water and it also means psychic abilities. When you pull this rune, it means that you're moving in flow and that you're growing in your spiritual growth. And then when you pull it upside down, it's meaning that you're going against your flow and you're going against your intuition. Ingwaz, this rune means the same thing upside down as it does right side up because, I mean, how could you tell if it was upside down or right side up? But this means harmony and it also means male seed. When you pull this rune, it's meaning that all of the it's meaning that the male energy is being regulated, and it also means that, excuse me, and it's also meaning that harmony and everything is coming together and to hang tight, that everything's gonna work out. So this rune here means time and success. How I remember this rune is that I look at this like the infinity sign, like time, like no, my bad. With time, I look at like a time capsule, like the sand timer. Time and success, I look at it like it's a bow tie, kind of. Like I got money, I'm wearing a bow tie, and this means that if you have a project going on or if you have something you're working through and you pull this rune, it literally means, hey, with time and with patience, that it's all going to work out. You just have to trust the process. And we have Athala. This rune means home and legacy. Oh, by the way, this rune means the same thing upside down as it does right side up. And Athala, this rune here means home and legacy. When you pull this rune is meaning that you're working toward it's always working towards When it comes to legacy, it's working towards something for not just yourself, but many generations beyond you. And also that things are going well at home, your home's running organized, and that the energy is nice and cleansed, cleaned, and everything's running smoothly. Pulling it upside down could mean that your house is in disarray and that there's something that is being done or something that's not being done that could be blocking blessings that are coming your way to your home and to your legacy. Thank you so much for being here and taking the course. Play the video as many times as you need to get a good idea of what each rune means. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact me at any of my social media platforms and emails. Thank you so much. Bye.